All right, folks, so today we're going to take a look at the back office of WordPress here, give you a tour of all the different things that are going on and things like that. But first, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I make videos about making money online, stuff like that, stuff like WordPress, such building websites and such. Also hit the notification bell to be notified of any new videos coming out. Also check the link in the video description below to check out my #1 recommendation for making money online. That comes with 2 free websites, free training, a free membership. You don't even need a credit card to sign up. It's awesome. It's really cool. It's what I use. It's my #1 recommendation. So let's check this out, folks. All right, folks, so here we are in WordPress. This is on your dashboard. This is the demo site that I have. So yours is going to look different depending on what plugins you have installed and stuff like that. And I'll show you a different version of that in a second. But right now, we're just going to take a look at your dashboard. You have activity up here. You can make a quick draft if you want, but some WordPress news and such like that. And then there's screen options up here. We can actually, if you don't want to see that stuff, you could just click it on or click it off. There's a welcome thing as well. You can turn off or on, and that's just screen options right over there on the right. There's a help button here on the right as well. You can check out all kind of different help for WordPress and such like that. And then on the left, we have our different settings and things. So we have home, which is the dashboard. Any updates will show up over here. Usually there'll be a number by them. It'll say 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever. And if there's an update, you just click on that and it'll show you what you need updated. Then we have posts. We have all posts, add new posts, categories, and tags. If I go to all posts, it's going to show me all my posts I have in my site. Again, this is a demo site, so it's kind of a mess and not much here. But I can edit any of my posts from here. I can add a new post from here. I can also add a new post from here. I can check my categories. I can edit my categories and things like that. Edit my tags, different tags. I don't have any in here at the moment because, like I said, it's a demo site. But you'll see tags and things like that, and you can edit those as well. Add new ones and such. And that's under the posts again. And then we have our media library. We have a library, or we could add new. A lot of times you add the new media when you're uploading the posts, when you're making the posts. So, but if you want to, you can go to the library here, and all your uploaded photos and such, which I don't have many again, will be here, and you can click on those and do whatever. So that's pretty cool. And then we have pages, pretty much just like the posts. We have all the pages here, and we have an add new button if you want to add new. I'm just going to click on the pages. And we have a sample page here. And again, just like the post page, you can edit these, trash them, quick edit, whatever. There's a search bar over here if you want to go through. When you have lots of posts or pages, you'll need to search through them sometimes to find certain ones. And that'll be over there as well. All right, so next up is the comments. I don't have any comments on this site except for this demo one. But if you're using WA, you're going to be having all the comments done in there. But sometimes you'll get ones here as well, the ones that aren't from WA comment system. So that's pretty cool. And you can just go in here, reply, quick edit if you need to. Sometimes you gotta edit, people spell stuff wrong and whatever. But anyway, so that's where you do that. You can unapprove it if it's spam. There's a pending thing up here, and all that kind of stuff. And then we have appearance, and then we have all these other tabs under appearance. We have our themes, customization, the widget, menu, header, background, theme editor. This is where you're going to change your theme if you want to add a new theme or change your theme. I have these themes installed, but if I want to find a new one, I would just go to add new. And these are all the ones that are available. There's probably millions of them, thousands. There's popular, and these are all on the web. You can just download and use them. And latest, some new ones and such. And then there's a feature filter here if you want to, custom things for what you're looking for, more specific things that you're looking for. Yeah, there's 7,500 or 7,050 at the moment there. So yeah, there's almost 4,000 popular ones, so that's a lot, obviously. But you just go through and find one you like, then you can test them out, and that's where you do that. And you can preview them here as well. You will need to install them to preview them with your own content on the site, but you don't have to activate it. You would just install, and then they would show up in your themes. And you could do something like live preview right there, and that will show you a version with all your blog posts and stuff that you have going before you publish it or use this theme. So that's cool. You can test it out to see what it looks like. Customization, the customized thing here, that's going to take you to the custom where you customize your website. Widgets, there's a widget area for like your sidebars and stuff like that. Different themes have different widget things, and sometimes you can do that other places as well. For example, this one, sidebar, content bottom. We have all these different widgets over here on the left. A lot of times you can do this in the customization when you're customizing your website, like so. There's a thing for widgets, and there's a sidebar widget, and I think this theme only has the sidebar widget. But so that's just that. Depending on your theme, different widgets will work or not work. If you have like widgets down below, the footer of widgets stuff, this one does not have that. So anyways, that's the widgets area. Let's get out of here for a second. Get back to where we were. So that's the widgets. Then we have our menus. This is where you're going to have like the different menus that you create. Again, there's none in here at the moment, but you can have like, your menus. And then we have our header. This stuff is pretty much done inside the your customization thing as well. But yeah, there you go. It takes us actually right there to our site identity. And then we could put in a photo, image, or whatever. So that's pretty cool. That's the header. And then we have the background. That's self-explanatory background. And then the theme area. This is more advanced stuff. See, heads up. Just, if you can really mess up your site if you don't know what you're doing. You hit I understand. And then if you need to edit certain things at your website, like the footer, theme header, sometimes you might have to put certain code in there for certain things to work for like Amazon and Facebook pixels and the Amazon one link and stuff like that. And the trick with those is if it's more advanced stuff, but you can do it in here. And these are different pages. Like for example, your footer, theme, header. There's a theme footer. And I know I use the Amazon one code, and that goes right in here. That's something else. I don't want to go into all this right now. You put that code in here, and then let's update the file. But you got to be very careful, folks. If you don't know what you're doing, I would definitely read a different tutorial on that as well. And then we move on to plugins, and then we can install new plugins, add new, and plugin editor. Plugin editor has the same thing. I never edited a plugin ever. I've edited stuff in my theme, but not the plugins. There's no, I don't know why you would even need to do that, but maybe if you're troubleshooting with a developer or something. So these are all the plugins I have installed. A lot of these aren't activated at the moment, but this is where all your installed plugins will show up on the left-hand side. I mean, on the left-hand side. Plugins on not the left-hand side. I'm sorry, just right here. There's no side or anything. And then you get activated ones. These are all the ones that I have activated at the moment. Inactive. Now this demo site here is actually for a lot of WordPress plugins that I use. I don't use all these on all my sites. There's a lot of plugins installed on this demo site, so that's why there's a lot here. A lot of them are inactive, but here they are regardless. And if you want to add new ones, you would just go here, kind of like the theme, and there's just billions of plugins, and you can search for different ones if you need to find, whatever. And again, they have featured, popular, recommended, and just a billion other ones. And then you just, find what you need and install it. Again, I never use the editor to edit my plugins. That's just editing the code for craziness. So next up, now actually when you install plugins too, before I get to the next part, Some plugins will pop up over here. For example, here's a site that I have, one of my live sites. All one SEO plugin will pop up over here. I have different forums. I have a bunch of different product reviews, pretty links, all these other settings. These are for all the plugins I have installed. Not all of them. Some of them don't use it. Some use the settings. So some will show up over here. Some will be on the left as well. That's when your site gets more mature and you start, installing more plugins and such. But that's that. So that you'll see that as well. The next we have users. We have all users, new users, your profile, applications. You're not going to really add too many users, most likely. Maybe if you hire some writers later down the line, you can give them a username and they can have their own login as a writer. But that's there as well. Then we have tools. Sometimes the search and replace is actually a plugin too, so you won't see that on yours. That's a good plugin, by the way. But anyways, available tools. Sometimes if you want to import blog posts or export blog posts and stuff like that, categories and tag converters, all kind of stuff install at the moment. But import, say I want to import blog posts from a different, blogging system or whatever, that's here. This is more stuff that, beginners aren't probably going to be using, but it's definitely there if you ever need it. Export, the same thing. You can export your WordPress site and things like that. I've used this before. Sometimes it doesn't do all the photos and stuff, even if you hit media, but I don't know. It's kind of interesting. But that's more in the import when I do it, I should say. All right, so search and replace, that's actually a plugin I have installed, so we're not going to go into there. These are other stuff I have. But then we have settings on the left here as well. We have general, writing, reading, discussion, media, permalinks, privacy, add insert as a plugin. These are two plugins on the bottom too. So this is just your general settings for WordPress here. Your site tag, your tagline, email address and such like that. How you want your date format and stuff like that. And then we have different settings for writing, your reading, discussion. For example, the comment section, how you want your comments to lay out. Should people have to, do this or that? Get an email if you want when someone puts a post on. So there's tons of settings in here. Pretty much the defaults are pretty good, but you can go in here and check these out and change things as needed. You have media settings, thumbnail size and stuff like that, medium size, large size, how you want them organized into folders and such. Then you have your permalink settings and stuff like that, how you want the display on your URLs display. So there's a lot of stuff, folks. A lot of it, like I said, a lot of it, the default settings are pretty good. You don't really need to get in there too much and do anything, but if it's something you want to check out, take a look in there and just go around. So that's pretty much it, folks. That's just all the different things on the, the dashboard and the settings and whatever, little quick tour there of all that stuff. Mostly we'll be focusing on posts, pages, that's pretty much the only places you'll be hanging out for the most part. Plugins, yeah, you could install new plugins, change your theme every now and then. I don't change my theme that often, actually, because sometimes, but not that often. But and then like I said again, updates will be over here on the left, and also there's this thing up here as well. You can put posts, media, if you want a new post or new page, new user, you can do it quickly up here as well. So pretty cool, folks. That is all for now. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for the channel. I make videos about making money online, stuff like that. If you're watching this inside WA, hit the like or the thumbs up or whatever it is. And that is all for now, and I will talk to you soon.